Communication worked out to the smallest detail between the warriors of the first line of defense. Aerial reconnaissance and artillery makes it possible to quickly receive intelligence information about the enemy's movements and accordingly to respond to fire provocations and receive the necessary coordinates of Russian equipment. This entire process takes place in the command and observation center of the 63rd Separate Mechanized Brigade.
We live in the 21st century, so all the information that is on the working map here, every company commander has such information in real time. Also, when the company commander identifies the target, I have it here displayed. Platoon commanders and soldiers in positions have the same maps in electronic form. What we see here they can see on their maps, and they clearly understand what is happening in front of them.
Online observation of the enemy and split-second decisions on the battlefield are a necessity in this direction of the front. Russian troops are constantly trying to break through the Ukrainian defenses from Crimea.
The enemy systematically hits the squares, that is, tries to find even this control center. It is intense, very intense.
The Ukrainian defenders say that the Russians mainly attack the Liman direction with long-range shells or aircraft, since they understand that the Ukrainian military determines the coordinates of the location of their ground, military equipment and infantry instantly, and the consequences are inevitable.
This command center working 24 hours a day. The results are not long in coming. Only a couple hours ago, like military said, was destroyed one of the Russian positions.
They say in the command center that the main task is to save the life and health of every infantryman of the armed forces of Ukraine. For this, aerial reconnaissance work is so important. For drone flights to be productive, it is also important to keep track of the weather forecast. Therefore, the observation center is equipped with a weather station.
The weather station shows the weather in real time and can predict the weather for 3 days in advance. They report to me when the sun rises, when it sets. They report the phase of the moon. This is very important.
Why do you need the moon phase?
To know if the night is clear or dark. If it is a full moon, then the night will be clear and we will be able to observe well.
Thanks to the cover of the observation center, the Ukrainian infantrymen successfully repulsed the assault operations of the Russian invaders at any time of the day or night. They say this is not easy when the enemy's positions are only 100 meters away, and it is also conducting aerial reconnaissance.
They are storming, we are repulsing them. Somewhere we are storming them.
Do you see them at all?
Yes, they walk around, we hear them, we see them, everything. Their drones are constantly here, 24 hours a day. They fly constantly. Usually they begin to move in the morning. It happened that we were standing very close, and at 12:30 at night they began to storm us, very close. We fought off with grenades and repulsed them.
The fighting in the Luhansk direction is complex, but the front line is under the control of the Ukrainian army. According to the Minister of Defense of Ukraine, the enemy tries to attack several times a day. If attempts are unsuccessful, they regroup and fire the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Aliona Hramova, UATV News.